Fuck. Vale. So we are live.
Hello everyone,
I'm triguii,
I'm
and
Maxwell.
I will be running Half-Life Won-Scriptless, and hopefully it goes right. So I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1. So as you can see, we skipped the entire introduction of the game, which you're supposed to go in a cart or something, which is
Yeah,
like
it's like 5 or so minutes just with people talking about, and you can even move, so you can skip that and save a couple of
skip.
times. And now we start bunny hopping. That's the main movement we are going to do throughout the game, and we are going also using the grenades to boost to certain places because the physics are kind of broken.
I lower my FPS here because NPCs moves faster when if the FPS are lower for some reason. So normally when there's an NPC, I will be trying to lower my FPS. That jam over there is quite tricky. So when okay, so it's quite.
Hello there. Gordon. Here you are. We just sent the sample down to the test chamber.
Now what we're seeing is he entered the loading zone a couple of times. That was to reset the eye of the NPCs, so we can skip this part much faster.
And we skip an entire cutscene there. So that's this first chapter is going quite well. Still have a quite tricky boost to do, which is one of the trickiest things in the entire run. There's a strat here where you can boost yourself with the card, something that was discovered quite recently, but I'm really inconsistent at doing it, so I will be doing it for a much lower but I guess easier strat. And yeah, now we have like 2 minutes, 3 minutes of waiting. Nothing really to do.
Well, that's the first part of the game. The first chapter is kind of streamlined, so we can't do anything else but wait to the dialogue until we fuck everything up and summon aliens.
Now we have to wait a bit more.
If you would be so good as to climb up and start the rotors, we can bring the anti-mass spectrometer to 80% and hold it there until the carrier arrives.
I have to wait until the card, the alien object or something spawns. So we chill around.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do. The counter that you'd see on the lower half of the screen is the units per second Gordon has speed. So the higher the number, the faster you go.
Basically, speed.
Normally, you should cap at 320, I think. But with bunny hopping, you can go over 1,000 units per second.
Yeah.
Probably not a problem. Probably, but I'm showing a small discrepancy.
As way to skip this test chamber, it's more efficiently. It's there's no way to skip this cutscene. There's no way to skip until the card appears. There's a way to use this card to boost ourselves really high and just skip the entire thing. but it's really hard and I'm not going to do it. Instead, I will be doing a much older and slow strat. All this, it's skippable, as I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, it's a strange, maybe pixel perfect jump that
Yeah.
can drive you mad in this game.
Now we have to wait until a certain audio cue is when the cutscene, like the trigger of transporting you to the cutscene, I guess it's disappears, which is now. Now we can move around. And basically, I trap one Vortigon here using the card. And I can use it to damage boost myself up. If I do it correctly. It's quite a tricky boost. Okay, we got it. That was quite fast. And we skip a big part of the second chapter. We start here. Okay. Now, these first chapters, this chapter is movement basically. There's a item boost, which is a trick that allows you to gain a lot of speed at the end, which skips a lot of the chapter as well, but we'll be doing it later.
Now we have the famous crowbar that
Yep.
we're going to be staring at for a little while.
It's mandatory to get it. One of the few weapons that you have to get really. The rest are just useful. Now we grab the pistol. Will become handy later, but we will be using it really few times. It's not the best weapon in the game. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention about movement, it's sometimes you will see that I used a walk really near to walls. That's because I'm doing a technique called wall strafe that allows you to gain a lot of speed if you walk towards a wall, like parallel. And that it's the item boost. It's a quite can be inconsistent sometimes. Get it? And that gains us a lot of speed. Now we lower FPS, and the scientist will open that door. This is wall strafe. As you can see, my speed goes really high. This is one of the few instances where the pistol is actually useful to kill these headcrabs. Yeah. Well, and nothing much really. This run, it's poorly based on movement, like. Oh. That was bad. Most of the run is basically movement, having consistent and good movement throughout the whole run.
It might look easy, but it's likely. Getting consistent bunny jumps and trying to stay in the upper numbers of the speed meter is kinda great.
Now come one of the hardest NPC abuses of the whole game. We're using NPC abuses a lot to skip entire chapters even. This is one of the hardest ones. And we have to make this Barney follow us. Sometimes he doesn't want to. Basically, grenades are very used to scare certain characters in the game, like Barney right now. That he will run towards the door and he will open for me. And we skip a lot of the chapter as well in doing that. And now comes another chapter that is we've got hostiles that we will skipping it basically we will skipping all the chapter with one big NPC abuse, which is this one. And we will make, normally the chapter consists on going to this cabin at the first, but we can use this scientist to open it for us and skip all the chapter. Really nice.
Yeah, but you kill an innocent man.
And now comes Blast Pit. For me, the second hardest chapter of the game. It has a lot of quite difficult tricks and hard movement, but hopefully we can get it fast. And now I'm going to be really careful with my armor. Basically because I will be doing a grenade boost later. The knockback or the speed you get from explosives depends on your amount of armor. So the more armor you have, the less knockback you get. But I cannot get too low armor or I will die with the grenade. So I have to keep my armor levels in a certain range for the grenade boost to work. I have to do this a couple of times. This is actually the most precise because it's probably the longest grenade boost in the entire game, or at least
Maybe the riskiest.
yeah, probably. It's important and I don't lose. I'm going to do a safe strat here. Have to.
Hello.
Cannot lose that much armor. Yes. So yeah, I have to be very careful with my armor. Important.
This is my family. I hope no one expects me to start up the generator. It'll get down there and never be enough.
Basically, what I did there is that you can interact with certain objects through walls. So I use the medkit through a wall, and okay, I got the grenade boost first try. That was quite nice.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I'm going that health over there just. I have to activate the oxygen and water, and then I will kill like this weird boss with 3 heads or something. I don't know. The oxygen and fall. Sorry. I need to kill the big guy that is coming up next. As I mentioned earlier, I can interact with certain objects through walls, so I pull that little that lever trouble. It's quite funny. Throwing that grenade to scare the heads. I can avoid taking fall damage by not doing that.
Yeah, this whole chapter is quite distracting.
And this is more or less the end of the chapter. Now there's a little part coming up next. There's a fast strat for a part I'm going to be next, but I will be doing just a safety strat, I guess. Just in case. It's not that much slower, but hey, great. I almost fall there. Now here I need to be very careful because I do normally got a lot of damage, fall damage in that part. And I will be skipping an entire chapter now again. Yeah, that was a really nice chapter actually. Normally there is a boss fight here, but I can skip this entire chapter by putting that mine here. And when mines activate, they became solids, so I can use to
You can
create
use it
little
as
gaps.
platform.
And I will be doing a similar thing here.
One of your scientists, pal, said to give you a message.
Should be fine. They're quite precise actually. I think I put the second one. It's fine. I skip a portion of this chapter. That's really good. And now comes on a rail, which we're supposed to use a train, but who needs it? We're not going to be using the train. Now, by align properly, I can use this box to item boost myself and gain quite a lot of speed. And I can use, if you want to hop well enough, not like I might doing, you can actually be faster than the train. So we don't really use the train because it's really slow. This train, the one I was talking about, but we don't really need it. And these bunny hops are quite hard to do, or quite hard to be consistent at it, because the terrain is really inconsistent, so you have to be careful to not lose all your speed.
Yeah, you've got like quite a few places where you can stand without damaging yourself, so constant bunny hopping is kind of hard. Well, at least you can hug the walls and do a wall straight to compensate that difficulty of the bunny hops.
Strafing is quite good. It's much more consistent. Lavabo. And here, if I'm shoot, I can shoot these boxes. And yeah, if I hit the rail, it would uh, it damaged me, yes. And here we're doing an item dupe. Basically, by saving and loading, you can dupe the amount of armor. Oh. Oh, that's really close. So close to that. In the Steam version, there are some things patched and some other tricks that are harder. So we normally use this for the tricks and that stuff. This is most played at the Steam version. I'm grabbing out of health just in case. The one it's basically the original version that the game release with its original source.
Yeah, if you look at the leaderboards, the Steam version has quite low participation because most of the
There's
fun
another
things are patched.
There's another category which is the PS2, but there's only one run submitted, and nobody really plays this. So now we are on a timer. We have to wait until a certain event to happen. So while we wait, just come here and grab some health. We have to wait until those windows open.
The one version was the original version that used the Sierra Online gaming system that one opponent network or something like that was the acronym for one, and the Steam version was the version released on Steam sometime later by Valve with quite a few patches and some things with.
There's we just have to swim, and these next chapters are really only movement. There's nothing really much to explain or say about them. Bunny hopping and that kind of stuff. Now we can jump this gap. And if I hit that box, a lot of Vortigans will start to spawn, so I try to avoid that. Because they can slow you down if I make this jump. Now comes another item boost, and this hopefully will be the last one that we do. Or at least that. And there's he to him. And now comes another NPC abuse that we going to make the scientists open the door faster. and I will be doing another grenade boost. This time with the SMG nade, which is the grenade that has the SMG weapon. This is hopefully easier, and I don't have to really worry about my armor because the distance is not that large. And here there's a way to grab this medkit. I will try to do it. It's quite precise. I get it. I'm not going to try it. Yeah, you can grab this medkit. I have enough health, so hopefully it doesn't really matter that much. But well, we'll see. So now we'll lose all of our weapons. Have to just escape from the military. Yes. And a quite funny thing about this, it's like they're like cards. You can stop them. It's really funny. We don't normally make it, but I just wanted to show it. Trying to break this. Yes, it's not. And this chapter is, like I said, a lot about movement. There's nothing really much to. There are no big skips or something like that. Oh, that was close. Oh. Yeah, that was really bad. Now here we will doing a bit of an interesting thing. This water, for some reason, if you crouch and jump, you gain a lot of speed. See there? And here if you just press C, you gain a lot of speed for some reason. It's weird. I don't know exactly why it happens, but it does. Health. Safe. Wow. Oh wow. Okay, that was what.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky to make it.
I have
wanna
to
go fast.
do it again. Hold on. What's wrong with me? I have to stop them in a good cycle. That was. And I lost a lot of time there. But. Oh, well. Now with that explosive, we blow up these 2 mines that were here. And this is basically the end of the chapter. And now comes questionable ethics. Here we'll be doing another NPC abuse, kind of, to skip out of the chapter. But this chapter is also a lot of movement. As I said, this game is a lot of movement. In this chapter, we getting probably the most broken weapon in the whole entire run. Is the Gauss gun, which will be useful to do some boosts that we will see later.
Yeah, because every shot we do with the Gauss gun makes us get some knockback that can be sent into multiple bunny hubs. And certainly makes us avoid quite a large chunk of the game.
Now, here we'll be doing another item loop to get MC in. Basically, how this works is that whenever you save and load when an enemy is dying, the animation will reset, and since it resets, it also resets the ammo that he gives you. So he dupes you armor as many times as you save and load. And we will be needing the SMG nades later. It's nice that we get them. And this is the Gauss. As he said, when you shoot a charge shot, it gives you a lot of knockback, which gives you a lot of speed. And it's used to do certain boosts, like we did with the grenade boost.
Insane. Stop attacking immediately.
That was bad. Wasn't supposed to attack him.
All right.
Basically, why I crowbar is that the scientists now are scared, and if they are scared, they won't stop when they follow you. So hopefully, won't stop following me. He can stop randomly in that spot.
Well, I'll let you out, but I'm warning you, it's hell out there. It's completely under military.
This is basically the chapter. Here we'll be doing our first Gauss boost, as I mentioned. We're going to be charging the shot and knockback. I don't with that. I will be landing in this rock, and the damage and the fall damage won't apply to me. Up there. And yeah, the Gausses are really useful. Normally in some places you will be using it as well to give you speed to start a bunny hop sequence. I will be not using it in a lot of these places because I want to be safe with the ammo, because if I run out of ammo of the Gauss, the run is basically dead, because there are some mandatory skips that I have to do the Gauss. And I don't want that to happen, so I will basically saving a lot of ammo for the Gauss. Just to be safe. Here comes probably for me, one of the hardest Gauss boosts. You do it correct. There's another way of doing. I think it's a bit faster the other way, but I don't know. I use this. The other way is also a lot harder. Yeah. And if we do this, we clip up, we go out of bounds, go to the end of the map. Silly.
Yeah, the fastest way around is getting airbound with the first shot and landing a precise shot above the pipe we just exited midair, so we can arrive here in just a couple of seconds, but it's quite difficult to land a perfect shot midair.
Here we'll be doing another boost. Keep all this part. And bunny hopping to avoid this tank. Now comes another boost. This one is also a bit hard. I got them first try. That was really nice.
I was heading there myself until I wound up here and, well, simply lost my nerve. Take one look through that door and you'll see what I mean. I'm just going to wait out the catastrophe in here. You intend to go on, then I expect you. You'll see with extreme
Here you can dupe this box to give you double ammo. Oh, I just did without wanting to. That's cool. So basically, if a box is destroyed at the same time with a gun or something, and with explosive, oh my! I have to wait. As I mentioned, if a box is shooted at the same time with a shotgun or some type of gun and with explosive, like at the same time, it dupes the things that drops the box. So it's only using that point and I don't really need it, but because I'm good with Gauss ammo. But you can do it. It's quite hard to pull off sometimes. But... And now we're coming for one of the hardest NPC abuses of the game. Probably the famous ones, which is called the infinite health door glitch. Basically it will allow us to gain us infinite health, and you will see how it works. Comes another ghost boost. Okay. And here comes we're going to be scaring a military guy with the grenades. And if hopefully he run in the correct direction, which he is, okay. And now throw the grenade in the right way. We actually stuck in this door and we gain infinite health. And we will be gaining health for quite a bit. I will be doing 15-16 cycles just to be safe. So yeah.
It always amazes me how something that supposedly damages you can give you infinite health.
I'm grabbing a lot of health just to be safe for the marathon. But yeah, how that works is basically normally doors are programmed that if you stack between them, you lose one of health. But at that door, for some reason, instead of dealing you 1 damage, it deals you -1 damage. So minus it plus, and every time you get damage stuck in that door, But now we have enough health for the rest of the run, hopefully. And even though I have a lot of health, and I'm saying a lot, um, I have to be quite careful with my health because I don't have infinite, I just have a lot, and it has to serve for the rest of the run. Yeah. Saving on the map where you are doing the NPC abuse, it's bad because NPCs don't load or something. I don't really know the reason. No, it's bad. But yeah, most of the NPC abuse don't work if you save on that map. So we normally don't do it. Basically, they don't work. NPCs behave differently. Yes. It's quite useful that I don't have to worry about health anymore, and that also means I can do as many item boosts, like grenade boosts, sorry, as I want really, or a lot, quite a lot of them. So I don't having to worry for the armor I have and the health. It's really nice. So now, since I have no armor, I can do a grenade boost and having the maximum knockback they give. I have 0 armor, literally. Those guys, and I will be doing an NPC abuse here. I'll be shooting him when he turns around, and he will run scared to the door. Hopefully will open it for me. And that skips a cutscene. So yeah. And now we are basically at the end of the run. There are hopefully around 10 minutes left, even less.
Yeah, we're getting close to Shen. Now Shen things get quite a bit faster. Also because of the infinite health pool that we got, so we can safely boost and go without any risks towards anything.
We will be doing another grenade boost. Skip part. Okay. And here another SMG boost. Waiting for this raid to, because that will deal me a lot of damage, and I don't. And here I will be careful to get a good cycle in the next part, I guess, of with these platforms. I do a strat somehow different, a different strat that doesn't rely heavily on the cycle that I have. Like this so. Okay. Now comes the end of the chapter where another NPC abuse is taking part. That skips the cutscene with the doctor and the police to open us the portal to Shen. Okay. We will open the door without waiting. I just have to grab all this ammo. It's really important that I grab, because I will be needing a lot for Shen. Yeah, mines and explosives are really important for a reason that I will get into later. And here I skip another cutscene by doing that. Basically the shoots of this gun, I don't know why, deactivate some triggers, like that one. There's a death trigger there, and if I jam I will die, but I basically turn it off with that gun. That's really useful. And I have to wait so I'm sure that I have all my guns reloaded for the next part. Quite important. So now Cornarch. Cornarch. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Should I continue or? Seems like we're having signal problems. Oh well, it's so back. Well. Oh well, I did wrong. I have to kill him the slow way. Okay. Hopefully you don't lost anything of the run. Okay. And that's why I need explosive. I need to place them here. And if I didn't have enough, it wouldn't blow up like it did. Now we're going to Interlooper, the second last chapter of the game, before the final boss. So there's nothing really much. Here will in this next map we will be doing a couple of grenade boosts that will skip a large portion of the game. This map. That was the first one. I have to wait. And here's the second one. And the third one it will be actually a double boost, where we will be boosting with a grenade boost and with the SMG nade at the same time. Well, not at the same time, you will see. It's weird.
Yeah, it's gonna have to explain.
So I'm gonna be charging my grenade. Here. And I will be boosting with the grenade and then boosting with the SMG nade. As wow. The Vortigon shot me. It messed up. And I got here, which is the portal to the final part of the game, basically the end boss. Baby Lord, Ihilanth, Baby Lord for free. And it will be quite a easy boss fight if everything goes well. First I will destroy his crystals. Here, and this is why I need to be careful with the Gauss gun. Basically the Gauss and this thing weapon, I don't know how to call it, same ammo, so share ammo, sorry. So they have the same ammo type, and now I have to SMG nades. And within nades, and abusing this part of the collision. This collision is like, and that was time. Oh wow, sub 50, nice. This is a PB actually. My PB was really bad, and this is a PB. Wow.
Yeah, it went kind of smooth.
Went
Uh,
nice, I guess. Uh, I lost time. I lost really stupid times in some places, but it was
Yeah,
really good.
every halfway map has some quick saves and quick loads that kind of messes things up, but it went quite well.
My in-game time basically it's 49:25, as you can see. So it's quite nice, I guess, for me. It's a bad time because my PV is so freaking bad, but yeah. And that was basically the run. Thanks for watching. Thanks Bixel for being with me.
Thank you for inviting me, even though I don't know that much about halfway runs.
And yeah, that was the run. I hope you enjoyed. I guess we can cut off now.
Yeah, so now it becomes what was it? What is the name? Space Megaforce
Oh wow.
or Super Arrested to us Europeans and Japanese, I think.
Oh,
So
that was
yeah,
everything. Keep enjoying the marathon. I hope it ends. I hope it lasts until the Sunday. Yeah, that was Half-Life. Scriptless. One.
bye bye.
Bye.